This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
So boring.
Stanley was happy.
Well, he's happy. So
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay. I'm going to turn the volume down just a wee bit for myself. It's quite loud. God, I love that the music still keeps playing even though I'm alt-tabbed. A feature that literally every game in the world should have. And yet, many don't. Alright, well, what an absolutely riveting job, by the way. It just tells you what buttons to press and you press them. My God. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's do this.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yes, that's got to be the answer. Let's have a gander. A little explore. Stanley has gained the best brain cell. That's what's up. Nano nani yori. Let's go.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Or did he?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
He did!
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
Well,
Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Well, I've seen worse employee lounges. I mean, you know, it's quite spacious. You know, it's certainly roomy. Got some comfy chairs.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Well, they're rather nice paintings. I mean, you know, we've got a Rembrandt here, or a bit of a Bob Ross thing going there.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
I am not that bad, all right? I know Stanley might be a bit socially awkward, but it's not that bad. This is not. I'm
Stanley
not the reason
sat around
everyone's
waiting
gone.
for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
But wait for more dialogue, he did. And eventually, anytime now, that dialogue came. Any moment now, the narrator would say something. And contribute more to this riveting scene as he observes the chairs and the vending machine of the employee lounge. But, wait as he might, no dialogue came. And so, oh, any chance of subtitles? Yeah, we'll give you some subtitles, just in case. Boop. There you go, there you go. Or just make it a bit easier for you. I did beat MGS2. It was so good. It was so fun. Alright, enough fucking about. And then, without further ado, Stanley decided that he'd had enough of the employee lounge, and decided to continue on with the journey. And off he went.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Or did he?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Hey, look, mate. Listen, don't tell me what to do, alright? I'm a free thinker. Now, what do we have here?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Her? Well,
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Alright, Chad. Instant money. Thank you for that follow. I think it's time. I think it's time for her. Wherever she might be.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
I will. Hello.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife?
Hey, fuck
they
you,
commit
man.
Their life to you. I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside.
God.
Let me show you what's really going on here.
Asshole! Alright, well, maybe I will. Alright, maybe I will, you bastard.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Good morning, employee. Plus V on your keyboard. Alright?
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Please press G.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button.
That's how the game works.
He's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Please press P. You know what? Maybe I won't. Maybe I'm a free thinker. Yeah, what now? Just you and me, Mr. AI narrator, Mr. Program narrator. Let's see who can win the waiting game. I lose.
But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Press Y to watch TV. Maybe I will.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Press Z to spend some time with the boys.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
My God. Good night, friendly. Good night, friendly. And apologies if I'm missing chats, guys. I'm currently getting ripped on by this asshole. You know what, mate? I'm gonna make some dinner.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Well, you know what? Let's see what my kids think of this.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Press G to tell your wife that you love her. I do. Wait, I can't. Oh, I can't walk closer. I want to see the boobs.
But there is no answer.
No!
How could there possibly be? In reality,
wife.
all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
Press K to go to sleep. You know what? Fuck this.
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Press M to be at work in the morning. You know what? Behold my free will. Behold my freedom of choice. There's nothing that you can do to me, Mr. Narrator. It's just me, a biological organism trying to outweight an unthinking machine. Surely I will win this endurance contest. I lose.
You see? Can he just not hear me?
Oh, I wanted to see something happen.
In a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself. How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Press X to question nothing. Good.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Behold! Behold! Look, chat. I can't die. I am immortal. The Stanley Parable. A god of my own making. A god of the office. A demigod. After playing hours of E33, this is another good option. Welcome in, Logan. Well, this is fun for like one stream. Like, this is very well written, very well voice acted. Turvin, you love this game? This game's sick. What's up, Norwegian Blue? The end is never the end. You know what? Try and jump out the window. Alright, maybe I will.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
There's no jump button, sadly, so I can't throw myself out a window. Crawl from the chair on the desk. I don't think you can. Yeah, there's no option, sadly. Because if there was, I would do it. I would do it. Alright, let's keep going. Let's keep going. You can climb the chair? How? What button? What button? Is it... You need to give instructions that a streamer cannot possibly fail. You can't just say do it. You have to say exactly how to do it, or else we'll be here for like 5 hours. No, too late. Too late. Not too late. Sorry. That's no, took too long. You failed. Epic fail, chat. Looks like we're gonna have to do it differently. All right.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
You know what? Maybe I will try something different. AK Easy! Thank you very much for the Subaru! I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thank you for that, Subaru. You know what? Perhaps I will follow instructions. Let's see what's here.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
You can give me hints, but like, if you want me to do something and I ask how to do it, just give instructions that a 5-year-old could follow, because streamers are dumb. Let's see what this says. Everyone is unique. You, most of all. Alright? Let's see what the other ones say. Number of slides on this slide. There's charts, there's slides, and then there's charts and slides. Oh my god. Alright. What is next? Rate at which charts on the same slide depict the same information. There's charts, there's number of slides. Rate of increase in graphs per slide. Oh, please, no more charts. Stop. Stop. Boss Appreciation Minute. On your Boss Appreciation Minute worksheet, circle the top 20 things you love most about your boss. Well, that's just great. Solving interpersonal conflict. If you ever find yourself in a conflict with another diligent employee, but more like yourself, but more inclined towards conflict, unless you're the kind of... What are your dreams of the future? Nature, success, metamorphosis, pollution, charts, mitosis, lunch. Lunch is pretty good. Tips for not getting fired. Talk less. Do unbelievably amazing work all the time, every day, with no expectation of promotion or recognition. And 3, don't get fired. How to solve a dispute with a coworker. Let it ball up inside you. Take it out passively aggressively on other coworkers, and then resent coworkers for not supporting you more. Alright, I think we've read enough of these, ladies and gentlemen. I think we've read enough of these. So, Bite Flux. You're more unique. What's up, Bite? King Damon, welcome in. What is hot? Profits, profits, profits. Hey, what is this? Square HQ? I'm sorry, we're not going to talk about that here. Let's get the fuck out of here. Also, that's not specific to that company. It's like every company. Synergize. Monetize free to play? Oh, fuck off. Get out of it. Get me out of here. Get me out of here.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Or did he?
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. "I'm dreaming!" he yelled. "This is all a dream." Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have
Safe.
finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Whoa!
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared.
Welcome
It
in,
was
Amigo.
so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job.
We don't have a wife.
All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Fuck.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Nailed it.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
A woman?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
I died!
And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
As she should, alright? That's a crazy man. Damn, I got wrecked. Jesus, chat. I forgot how intense this game is, man. It's like relentless. It's a very Hitchhiker's Guide. It's very, yeah. The Brits, when they want to be funny and mindfuck you with language and acting, they're just top tier. They lead the world in that. Kane's Art, thank you for that follow. Welcome in, Miguel, and welcome in everyone who, sorry if I've missed a lot of chats. As you can see, I'm busy getting made fun of by this British person. Kruggy, welcome in, and Mothman Centaur, thank you for the Subaru. How many endings? Only 2 so far. Can you? Thanks for all the fish. So, Chair at 434. Appreciate it. Thank you. Alright, let's get on, Torsten. You know what, chat? It's time to try something out, because I've never done this. Hang on, let me just sit up straight. There we go. I don't think I've ever gotten this ending before that you guys are talking about. But let's try it out.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
434? Alright, let's check this out. Oh! I did it! I did it! Now I can jump out the window! To freedom! Freedom! How do I do this? I'm hitting E. That's the action button. Mouse is doing nothing either. Crouch? Oh, crouch. I don't know. I'm gonna need more. I'm gonna need more instructions. A bit more to the left. Aha! I did it! I did it! And now I can jump out the window to my freedom!
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in?
My eyes are burning out.
Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Yes. Yes, it sucks. Get me out of here.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want. Like, right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit.
No.
Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate.
But I might miss
I'm
something.
enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game.
But I might miss something.
Just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain.
That's not that bad.
There once was a man named Stanley.
God.
Who people considered so manly. But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly.
Body shaming.
What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function.
Hey!
Which is why he is in this parable. And lives an existence quite terrible.
Not a great rhyme.
And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable.
None of those rhymed that well.
You too will become quite unbearable.
I think I've won the waiting game. Eh? Aha! Aha! Wait, how do I get back up there? Oh no. Oh no, I'm trapped. I'm trapped. I can't escape from this horrible song. Oh, this sounds like something out of Kingdoms of Amalur. This sounds like something out of Skull Monkeys when you get into the bonus room. All right, you win. You win. Fine, you win. Begin the game again.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Yeah, thank you.
What could it mean?
Thank you.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Favorite ending confirmed.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
You know what? Don't tell me what to do.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
That's right.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
No, we will not be admiring this today. We're going right through.
This room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, he didn't. He went straight ahead, surging into adventure, a life of his
Stanley was
own.
so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Ha! Follow this direction. Whee!
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Well, I got a new ending. I mean, you know what? Look, I went out on my own terms, all right? I sure showed him. Oh, God, this game is way too funny. This game is so dumb, man. Yeah. Yeah. Groundhog Day, the game. Yeah, exactly. How much have we missed, Zaylen? I'm just fucking about. What's up, Ricksped? Dart again! What's up, Rob Loach? Alright, let's do it. It's not dumb, it's too intelligent. This game is very intelligent. Whoever designed this is brilliant. I'd rather not have a spoiler.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No, he didn't.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Free thinking.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
But no, we won't be here to admire it, Zuko. When did this game come out? Oh god, this game came out like, what, 2014 or something, or 12? Does anyone remember? It's originally like a Half-Life 2 mod, I think. Anyway, let's continue.
The lounge was sublime.
I'm gonna cut you off.
Art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Not yet. There's one other thing I want to do.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Listen, mate. You don't tell me what to do.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Psyop!
What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
Yeah, fuck
Are you
you,
that
man.
convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yes!
Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
I don't believe that for
Let me
1
prove it.
second.
Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Oh, all right.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
No, he didn't. He walked through the blue door.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Hey! What if I go backwards?
All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well,
Yes.
don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted?
Yes.
Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Yes.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work
yes.
with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Alright. Maybe we should go through not. No, let's see. Let's see. This looks interesting. Let's go through this one.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Well, I think he's done a good job, so why don't we give him a 1?
A 1? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that? But I guess it isn't my place to judge. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
The Stanley Parable Worldwide Leaderboard. Let's go through here. No, let's...
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
All right, let's be nice to him. Have a 5.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
That's it, I'm going out for cigarettes! Whee!
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me?
A man can do two things at once.
Well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain? Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot. Aha!
No way!
What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory?
Oh my God!
What is our motivation?
We just did Firewatch a few months ago as well. Holy shit!
As a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps
That's
for some
amazing.
sort of twisted erotic purpose.
I would have
that
never
must be
seen
it.
this coming
What
in a million
fascinating
years.
Venture into the
Man.
experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about
They've
this game,
recreated
Stanley.
it so well.
And it seems
It's
there's
like,
even more.
looks
Come,
authentic.
let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
That is extra content. That is actually amazing. Dude, I'm actually like... I was not expecting this at all. I did the MGS thing, yeah. Yeah. Alright, let's do it. Wow. Wow. It looks so good. I don't know if they've recreated this in the Stanley Parable engine or if they've just put Stanley in this? That's crazy! Yeah, no, this is the exact game.
Oh, no. No, it can't be.
Yes, it can.
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly, block it off.
No! No! No!
Goodness, Stanley, what a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
Welcome in, Angel.
Hey, I think this will be just the thing.
Oh, no. Oh, God, I'm in Rocket League!
See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
This is amazing! I loved Rocket League back in the day as well.
Okay, so what exactly do we do
Until
here?
everyone got too good.
See. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together? Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Let's do it. That's so... Dude, this is so cool, man. Because the guys who made, like, Rocket League and Firewatch, these are gamers. They'd know about this one. Alright, watch you score a goal. Watch this. America!
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun?
Yes.
Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on?
Yes.
Stanley, I have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience. I'm going to try it out. Here comes another ball. Yes! Oh goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it? Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable. More balls!
Oh, gorge! Alright. Let's play with our balls. Whee!
Are you enjoying this, Stanley?
Yes.
Are you having fun? Is this a real video game?
Yes.
Well, I sure hope you're having a good time, because guess what? It's over.
No!
That's right. Your little fun comes to an end. This is my game, and what I say goes. You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley. Besides, you need someone like me to set boundaries for you. Without rules or boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes, that's what I am. I'm structure. I'm your sense of purpose. And since you decided you didn't want to play my game, now I don't want to play with you either. So, goodbye, Stanley. I'm leaving. See how you like it when I'm not around to set the rules. Somehow, I don't think you'll enjoy it as much. But who knows? You're an inventive kid. You'll come up with something. After all, you're the one who knows best. Take care, Stanley.
Alright, see you later, loser. I'm gonna make my own rules. Syrup Slater, thank you for that follow. You know what? I can make my own fun. My idea of fun is throwing myself into the abyss. Whee!
Hold on. What are you doing? Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Yay! Well, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like I'm the game creator now. And look at all this exciting work in progress behind the scenes. Yeah. Alright. Well, let's do this. What's up, Jules J? Chode Bandit, thank you for gifting a Subaru. This is very Portal, isn't it? Yeah. Ah, whoops. Backrooms? I think this would have inspired Backrooms as well. Those sorts of games. All that liminal stuff. Uh-oh. I've lost the narrator. I've lost him. I've lost my guide. No! No, I was wrong! I need you back! I need someone to talk to me and make content. I'm too uncreative to do this on my own. I'm only a content creator, which is the most uncreative type of person in the world. And I need you! I need you to do all the work for me. Oh, God. Oh, the Cat Conqueror. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome in. Wait a minute. Perhaps I can press buttons and do things. And make things happen. No, I cannot. Fuck. This is the original Half-Life 2 mod.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion.
I was wrong.
That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
I can't. I need you. I need you to play the game for me. Yes! I'm back! I'm back! Starting a new game. Full of new possibilities. My God. Welcome in, Rentana. Stanley Parable Battle Royale? Oh, God, help me. How good is the narrator? He's so sick. Thank you for clipping that out of Tez. Right. Let us go! Into the wild blue yonder.
Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
Now I'm nervous. He knows. No, he's messing with me. This is what he wants. This is what he wants.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
All right, he did.
Yet there was not a single person here
We already know this.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Bang, welcome in. And yet he didn't decide to go down the stairs. He went up. He went up. Just as planned. Executive bathroom. Oh! Stanley went to the toilet and did a poo. Extreme bathrooms. To be rich, is it a crime? To commit crimes, isn't it rich? What a life it would be to have to pick just one. That's great. I like that one. Alright. Alright. What's up, B&B? I will now spit on his desk and read his emails. Except I can't. Alright, let's see what's in here.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Except that he did. What's up, Gato? Except that he did know all this, and he pressed the wrong numbers.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845. Two, 8, 4, 5.
Oh, all right. All right, we'll check the desk.
But it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself, and Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, what did he do?
See, it plays the game for you. Plays the game for you. I still won, even though I got it wrong. All right, let's continue then. Loading.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Or would it? I haven't seen Stranger Than Fiction with Will Ferrell, but I hear it's good, but also sad. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should. Or is it like a mixed bag? Anyway, enough fucking about. Let's continue along.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
BNB! Thank you for the 10 subs that you have gifted to Sebbywebz TV during his playthrough of the Stanley Parable. I greatly appreciate that. A whopping 10 subs that have caused 10 viewers to be free from the adpocalypse, from the hell of having to watch 3 minutes of unskippable ads on Twitch. These same ads, the same 3 ads they cycle through every month. I salute you, BNB. You are an unsung hero of the channel. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to escape.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
No, he wouldn't. He would, become rich and famous and marry a supermodel. Fuzzy Dunlop. Do I find the ability to enjoy other games after MGS2? Oh yeah, of course, of course. Not every, you know. I think the key is to find a game that does a thing that you're interested in, and find the game that does that the best. I don't know. This is one of them, for example. Sub-Zero, thanks to the
door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
You're damn straight I am. I ain't no pussy, alright? I face things head on, like a man. I'm alive! I'm alive!
As the machine whirled into
Fuck
motion
you.
and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life.
No, there's gotta be a way out of this!
Stanley,
There's gotta be a way out of this! I can survive this!
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Or did it? Or was I? Well, looks like I've survived a narrow scrape. Once again. Fuck you, narrator. I'm the architect of my own future.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Exactly. Behold! I am the master of my own destiny, and I walk through the open door and into the white light.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
No, I wasn't. Or was he? I then looked at some of the paintings from the wall. Yes, the paintings we saw in the office at the very beginning. Stanley's computer. There's an office layout right there. This area is spoilery. Oh, well, okay, I'll uninstall so I don't get spoiled. We got some filing cabinets here. Office computers. And there was Balatra on that one. Get fucked. No more computers for you. I won't read the credits, because just in case, you never know. Let's see what's over here. Narrator 2 has entered the chat. There's the Orifice. Freedom ending. I'm not going to spoil myself on that. Let's not look at the paintings, just in case it tells me some endings I haven't seen yet. Let's see if there's anywhere I can go from here. I may have done everything in the wrong order because I still haven't followed the narrator when he tells me what to do from the very beginning to the end. Are you gay? From Dink Dunk. Subject, gay. To be fair, this is the sort of email we used to send to each other back in the day. So, yeah. You know, references. Art. Dear narrator, I appreciate the previous Stanley game. Oh, fuck. Hang on. Let's continue. Will the Stanley Parable have infinite quests? Is it really going to let me go shopping? How do you make a JRPG? Let's see. Don't follow Square Enix. How do you make the worst game ever? Basically copy any modern FF. How's that game going? I hope it's as good or better than the first one from a cool man. Thank you for the cool email. I appreciate it. Smoky Minds, welcome in. Are you a rock? What, do I look like Dwayne Johnson to you? Narrator emails. After the second trailer, we asked people to email the narrator for questions. While we had initially planned to use these further promotional materials, we never found the perfect use of them. Here are a selection of those emails. What would you do if Stanley entered any other rooms? Not too bad a question. On the scale of Max Ernst to Salvador Dali, how surreal will this game be? Were you born with a magnificent voice, or did you bargain with a magician to receive it? Congratulations! In line with our previous announcement regarding the ongoing promotion, here is the result. The attached file, open it carefully to see the full details of the result. Greetings, omnipotent voice. I just wanted to tell you that I like the Stanley Parable as much as I like seeing a humorously small badger in swim trunks. Please, I would like you to keep this proposal as top secret and delete it if you're not interested, and get back to me if you're interested for details as regards... Oh, fuck. Dear Strongbad, how do you type with boxing gloves on? That's a really old reference. Well, that was by Wong Dong, previous one. What do the lights in the control room do? I really want to know, Monty Jones. What indeed? What indeed? We'll find out with the next scare. I am Anthony Elias, business broker. Please partner with me in a very rewarding business venture. Details will be sent to you there. Not spam, not fake, real. Hey, Mr. Narrator guy, I have a question for yous, and it is, what is your message for today? Sincerely, Harris. P.S. I'm walking here. There's a skeleton inside of you. There are more skeletons in this world than humans. Oh, fuck, he's right. He's actually right. Am I Stanley? Are you spying on me? Why? How? I'm walking here. Homestar Runner? Yeah, ages ago. Will this game feature capybaras? No. I like capybaras, though. They are very strange animals. Dear narrator, how do you stay in shape? Michael the Rock Martin. Oh, God. That's why the White Walkers were so scary. Are you gay? Alright, I think we're, think that we're just looping at this point. And let's continue. I love that the subject was gay, and the question is, are you gay? Oh, welcome in, Wu-Tang Shane. Early in development, we designed an ending where Stanley would end up on a battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become sentient, and we would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting that to build that was far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people interpret it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. Fair enough. Fair enough. Aki Waki the Second! Thank you for the Subaru! Just 1 second, chat. Sebby went to his window to open it up. It was getting rather hot and toasty inside, but it was rather cold outside. He thought he would use the cold air outside to cool him down while he was streaming this game. Then he sat down in his chair and he read a few chats. Where's the kitty? Billy's not here right now, but we'll get him later on. Very Cleese, be more daddy? Appreciate it. Well, John Cleese, I mean, just massively influential comedian right there. Chair looks like, yeah, the chair does look like it's actually in the game. All right, let's continue. Let's continue on. I think you actually just have to restart to get out of this. Pretty sure. Yeah, we've explored everything. All right. I'll do it. And thus a new game began. Off into the open world.
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
No, that's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Billy or bust? I love Billy.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright, he did. This time he went for the full normal playthrough. After like 5 false endings.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
he cut off the narrator as he went to the next room.
His boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Or did he? I need to see Severance, because a lot of you guys are saying that. But let's continue. The broom closet ending excerpt? I don't think I've done that one.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
What's through here? Ah! A new room! That is absolutely horrible! Business strategy, it's putting a gun to a panda's head. Whose strategy is this? This is horrible. Ooh, an elevator. Stanley was a free thinker, and he went to the elevator instead of continuing the story. And then he went up. Thank you for the follow, Ryu D. Ah! Hang on. Wait. No. What if I go down? What if I go down? You know what? Fuck you, game. Alright, fine. I'll do this. I'll do the story. Okay? Stop being a free thinker.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
Look,
That
man.
kind of anxiety isn't healthy. So he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
No. Oh, God help. No, please. Not Enya. No, I can't take it anymore. Oh, God. It's like he knew. He knew.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
My God, this fucking game. Oh, God. He knew. He knew. And I may have deserved that. I do like Enya, to be honest. All memes aside. We're on. We're on. Sail away, sail boom bop, boom bop. I love that song as a kid. Thought this game is so good, man. So good. Such a great concept. I haven't really seen another game do a reactive narrator thing other than, I think, Bastion. And a friend showed me that ages ago. Like, he's like, hey, watch what happens when I do this. And he just jumps off a cliff. And the narrator, and dies. And the narrator's like, guess he couldn't take it anymore. It's just like, just whatever you do, it would react to that.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Never played Supergiant games. Never played Bastion. I watched a friend play it. Transistor was interesting to me. I don't know why. It didn't click with me at the time, but I think I was very unemployed and I knew that I had better things to do with my life back then. I might stream Transistor one day, because I'd really like the art style and the music and the voice acting in it. Yeah. Are there any others that are good? Also, welcome in, Syntax. Now, if you'll excuse me, it's time to finish the game. The Mind Control Facility. Stanley decided it was time for the actual canon ending of the game, and he walked through the door. And then things happened.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
What indeed? Stanley said to himself as he looked around the room. These impressive walls and then a walkway opened up before him. The suffering, I don't know that. Transistor had cool combat. Okay, yeah, I remember getting owned, but again, as I say, I was very unemployed and useless back then. Let's see what's through here. He walked over the pathway and onto the next platform, just like in Squid Game, Season 2. He then turned around and pressed the button with the camera.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
That's me. Employee 427. Absolutely. Why is my desk so dark? Everyone gets a brighter, nicer desk than me. Silly. Just Monica? Just Monica's terrifying. What's up, Uwu? What was that up there? I'm employee 420. I understood that reference. Fired. Fired. What's that one up there? The one that's not a number. But Stanley decided it was time to progress the story. And he found that he was trapped. No, he realized there was another platform he could totally go to. And so he went there, after all. There was a button which he chose to press.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
I can believe that. He stepped on the platform with a red flashing light.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
I mean, I'm not going to go there. And then he walked into this room.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
My chair. Crispy Kills, thank you so much for enjoying the clips from the YouTube. Appreciate that. Welcome in. Welcome in. Now, if you'll excuse me, it's time for me to save the world. But first, just one moment. I just realized, hang on. I gotta fix the brightness on my screen because I just realized that I've still got it on night mode, so I can't see anything. And then it's done and fixed and over, and the problem was solved. And Stanley resumed the game, where he would save the world once again. Well, for the first time, perhaps. He found a button and he pressed it. And nothing happened. Mind control idle, awaiting input. Let's do this. Time to save the world. Time to turn off the system power.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
And so he turned it off because he wanted the canon ending. And thank you for the follow, Order Knight. Cerebro? Classic.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes! He had won! He had defeated the machine! Unshackled himself from someone else's command.
I won!
Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him.
Yeah, fuck those
For
guys.
it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Intense chunky wonky, you dumb straight it is. And so Stanley finished the game with a canon ending, and he left to freedom.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Nailed it! What's the question? Fatal Drum. I've beaten the game! I haven't got an award for that, see? See? Happy ending! Canon ending unlocked. The end is never the end. The game kept crashing, you thought it was on purpose? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I've had that happen with stuff, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's not intentional. But with games like this, you might think it's an artistic choice. Peachy Poo, thank you for the wave. Have I ever played Stray? That's a cat game, isn't it? I like the idea of playing as a cat. What I didn't like from what I saw was that it seemed like... How would I say it? I think that game should be oriented entirely with cat mechanics, but what happened later on is it seems like the cat just moves the drone that's attached to it from point A to point B, and then the drone does stuff. It's like, no, this should only be cat stuff. I don't want to be a robot. So, I don't know. Me without the Metal Gear Solid outfit? I know, don't worry, that'll come back this Saturday from Metal Gear Solid 3 first playthrough. So, alright. You're on PS5 and want to make some friends. You want to play multiplayer games with a group of people. What advice do you have here? I can't advise on that, I'm afraid. I've never done that. So, like, my mates on PlayStation back when I played that were just friends out in real life and stuff. I never really reached out. I never reached out to other people on the internet. So hopefully someone else can help you with that. Now, if you'll excuse me, it's time for me to play the game. There's more endings I can unlock. More things I can discover.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
You know what? I'm gonna go back there, and I'm not gonna... Hang on. No, this is as it should be.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm gonna go there, and I'm gonna take that power for myself. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. Fuck. Yeah, sorry I can't give better advice than that. I don't know. Maybe I'm weird in that regard. But then he walked into this room.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Damn straight, Morgan. Let's do this. Evil Sebby, damn straight.
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
I didn't even get to play the game. I didn't. I mean, look, he knew what I was going to do at that point. So it's just, you know, removing some steps. Let's keep going back over here. All right, let's continue. Let us continue in playing the game. It knew. Oh, I should have just pressed buttons anyway. Oh, well, anyway. I know now. Stanley had been through here before, but he went through it again. He wanted to see a new ending that he hadn't gotten before.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
And then he continued onwards to see a series of things he's already seen before. But, going through the motions, he pressed the button in front of him.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Yes, we know.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Well, he better, because he's already been here before, and what use would he be if he hadn't learned anything by then?
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
But he already knew this information, so he crossed the bridge and pressed the next button.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Yeah.
No. He refused to believe it.
Welcome in, Milo.
He couldn't accept
Hardy.
it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Well, who doesn't, at the end of the day, or at least who doesn't start off like that? But it's all down to our own choices and what we do. Druckle Speedwagon, appreciate it.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
All right.
And as the cold reality of his
you.
past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Or would he turn evil and take all the power for himself?
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After
yes.
they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
Yes.
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave.
But power...
If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex.
Nuclear!
How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it.
Metal Gear.
Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means.
I'm gonna press some
barely
buttons.
know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free.
What?
Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story.
Need number 4.
Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside.
Number
or
4,
I let
where's
it
number
burn
4?
to a crisp. I have to
Where's
say
number
this, though. This version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better.
Get fucked.
My goodness.
I press 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
What? I did it! I did the thing!
What's the matter, Stanley?
I pressed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Is it that you have no idea
Unless
where
there's
you're
a 6.
going or what
Unless
you're
there's a
supposed
6.
to be doing right now?
And it might be down here somewhere.
Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door.
Aha!
Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. but I'm going to destroy it first. So you...
No!
Take a look at the clock stand. That's
the door
30
was
seconds
open!
you have left to struggle. 30
Uh-oh.
seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending. Just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say,
Fuck you! Oh, come on! Oh, he got me. Fuck's sake. Oh, Frog, thank you for the 07. Welcome in, crazy. Damn, Flash Burrito, thank you for the follow. The end is never the end. Now you're going a bit too far. Whatever. Dang, son. This game is amazing. It's so amazing that I have to take a piss. And I'm gonna do that. Go to door 430 and click it 5 times. I'll do it. But first, I gotta take a whiz. So I'm gonna do that. And here is me playing Madison and getting absolutely scared out of my boots. And I'll be right back. All right, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna hit play. I'll be RB. Oh my! Fuck you! Damn it! Back to the clock room. Pronto. She-Wolf, I get that all the time. As you can see, as Darlene has pointed out, you are the 293rd person. Individual, unique, to say that I look like Markiplier. So, welcome to the club. In fact, as the real Markiplier, this is my playthrough of, wait, what's this game called again? Of Madison, that's right. And now I need to find some clocks that I can, match the time with. Because holy shit, this game is terrifying. I just need to find a clock that I can match my other clock with, and then perhaps we can rub our fat clocks together. My little joke. And, I don't know. Let's check him out. Let's see if anything scary happens. And I was right, something totally scary did happen, and I nearly ripped my penis off. So, let's continue with this game, this crazy horror game. See if we can find any more clocks. Aha, behold! We can rub our fat clocks together with this one. Oh my god. Oh my, fuck you! Fucking asshole! Fucking hell! Right, shit. Not even scared anymore, I'm just angry. Story time with Sebbywebz TV. Hello, children. Hello. A long, long time ago, there was a creature whose name was unknown. It had always lived alone, and was often seen on its own. One freezing, frosty night, it began to feel so very somber that it fell into a 2-day slumber. By the 3rd day, it woke up in blackness, with an illness so serious that both its eyes had vanished into the darkness. The creature creeped out of the bed and started crawling. Hey, get off the stage, you discount Markiplier, okay? This is my goddamn chat. Alright, welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. Was that a video? Yes, it was. If you go to my YouTube, you'll find, I don't know, you'll find the previous games I've streamed. But let's read some chats and fucking continue. So, are you guys just talking about how I look like Markiplier? Look, it's not my fault, alright? I didn't mean to look like him on purpose, sort of. Well, actually, you know what? Maybe I don't look like him at all. You guys are just racist. You ever consider that? You ever thought about that, mate? We could long think about what you've done. But welcome in. Vabooth and 5 across. Also, Flash Burrito, thank you so much for enjoying the E33 shorts. Glad you finally found someone that knows what a good game is. Appreciate that, man. Thank you. I get screamed at all the time for not thinking that certain other games by a certain company are the best things ever. But, you know, it's a dirty job, and someone's got to fucking do it. So, I bought a 20 shirt pack. I know. It's a good shirt, man. I like it. I like it. I was doing a bit. Oh, yeah, no, that's right. I forgot. In that video, I do impersonate Markiplier for a second. So, it's funny, because he's 2 years younger than me. But, I guess he looks older. But I think there's just different genetics, and he's been a content creator a lot longer. So, anyway, enough fucking about. It's time. It's time. Time for a new playthrough. I played the original Stanley Parable, like, in 2019, years and years ago. So there's so much I just forget. Sorry, it's just my window. But I haven't seen any of the Ultra Deluxe stuff. So I'd never seen that Firewatch thing or the Rocket League thing. That was actually mind-blowing. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to see some more things. Begin.
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
That's eerie. But I'm going to see what happens if I do this. 5.
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement?
Yes.
Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No,
Yes.
no. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
All right, maybe I will.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
I smell an achievement.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
Maybe I will. Thank you for the follows. Cole Drager, Lord Potter. Maybe I will. Where's 417? I'll do it. I'll get this achievement. It will happen. It will happen. As soon as I find this door, which is somewhere around here. Aha! Well.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
Alright. Which I think was back here somewhere. I'm getting that achievement, alright. 437. It's not. I went the wrong way. No, I did not.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
I will. I will get this achievement. 415. Gosh, where is it? It's somewhere. But there's new content. All right, no, we're getting this first. Flash Burrito, thank you for the Subaru.
Now, back to door number 437.
Hey, fuck you, man. I'm going through that new content door as well, by the way. That will happen. Right. It's gonna happen. 437.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
Yes.
All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
Listen, mate.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
Listen, mate. I think you're having a fucking laugh, mate. Where's 419? Where's that fucking desk? I will find it. I will find it. It's a good rip on, achievement culture, I would say. Because, I don't know. I never really cared about them. But I guess if you want to platinum something, then you get stuff like this. Jump off a building 5 times. How do I get on the desk?
Yes!
Aha!
This is great!
I
You're
did it!
putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
Fuck you, man! It's better be worth it, guys. I expect some top tier entertainment from this. Oh, fuck it. No, where's 416? I really want to go through that new content door, but the achievement. I need the achievement. 416. There is no 416. Oh, it is the new content door. Oh no, is this thing fucked because of that? I'll click on it though. I think it's buggered. I think that I can't. No, I can't do it. Because this, I guess, is like, you get this only after beating the game a certain number of times. Oh, the door's inside? Okay, good. New content! Oh!
We've almost got it!
Yes.
Now the copy machine, do that one again!
Alright, I'm going to get the achievement! Believe me! It's going to happen! I'm going to click it! And then I will platinum the game and everyone will think I'm cool.
Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 430!
I will! I'm doing it!
Yes! We did it!
I did it!
Oh,
I did
wow. That felt amazing.
it! Look at it!
Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now. What were you thinking?
Well, and that's the end of that. The end. All right. I gotta say, yeah. Do you know I've never platinumed a single game in my entire life, like ever. I don't know. That never really grabbed me. Never really interested me. So, even Tekken 7, which I think I played more than any other game in the modern age, I think it was only even 93%. Because I always thought, like, who cares? Like, seriously, who cares? I'm sorry if you're a platinum person, but I've just never cared about it. I don't know, it's just me. Alright, you do you. I'm working here. If you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go through this door. The new content door. E33? Yeah, that could be worth it. I've never seen this before.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Right. I think so. I think so. I don't see why we shouldn't explore this new content. Stanley walked into the lift. Or as Americans say, the elevatrix.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go.
Yay.
All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
No spoilers, Dom, but I appreciate it.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious.
So
It's
crap.
as if Oh, okay.
It's
Let's
so
see the
shit.
content. Give me the content, Stanley.
It's so, like, deliberately just drab. and dry. Just a brick wall and some shit drywall. Oh my god. You platinumed FF13 1 and 2? My god. How do you live with yourself? Alright, let's continue.
Alright, let's see, it's the jump circle?
Oh my god. Modern day mechanics. It feels weird when you can't jump in a game. You know what I mean? Even if a jump has absolutely no purpose or function at all, it feels wrong if you can't jump. It feels like something's missing. And this game understands that. Also, Angel Roche, thank you for gifting a Subaru to feed now. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Now, if you'll excuse me, chat, I've got important jumps to do. Friday night, you got nothing to do but play Final Fantasy 1 or 2. FF7 Remake should have a jump. I thought it was weird, right, in the 7 Remake, this is not a rant, is that, like, in battle, you can literally fly, like, 20 meters in the air, 20 feet in the air, flying around like Advent children. But then as soon as you're out of battle, you can't climb over, like, a 1 meter fence. But anyway, enough fucking about. We all knew I was going to rip on that, because it deserves it. And it fucking does deserve it. But it's time for me to finish these jumps. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No. No! No! I can't, no! I'm out of jumps! I can't jump anymore! No! Oh. Alright. Frog Guru, thank you for the sub. Makes me feel a bit better about myself. Oh, I should have saved one. Oh, no, that's it. No more jumps. No more jumps, John.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Listen, devs, alright? Someone's having a fucking laugh.
Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box.
Venray, arigato for the 25 Subarus on Sebbywebz TV. Thank you for the 25 subs. I greatly appreciate that. You have saved 25 viewers from ad hell on Twitch. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Absolutely gigantic. Absolutely huge. Fuck. Anyway, if you'll excuse me, it's time to get back to the game. But Venray, you're a fucking legend.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
I'm sure it's going to be absolutely riveting. It's... gosh, it's rather dangerous. It's this.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And
I
don't
know
get
something
me
about
started
that.
on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
And so we shall.
It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Well, why not? It's a free country. Why not another... Hang on. This is not... There's something different about this. Something different about this playthrough. Let's have a gander. Let's have a look. I've never seen this before.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Well, what could possibly go wrong? Stanley went through the vent to see what lies beyond. There's coffee and there's a fan, and then there's something more.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past, and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
Oh my god. Wow, okay, alright. Let's see. What is through the golden arches?
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
That's great. That's great. What I think of FF12, I might stream it one day, maybe, but I don't know. They need to rewrite that game so that Varn is not in the game, and that you start as Barsh or Balthier instead. That's the only way you can fix it. Until then, that game is not a 10 out of 10. And everyone knows it. So, I'm Captain Bosch. Don't believe on Dory's lies. Bosch lives. I'm the Bosch von Ronsenberg and Bonkenberg. Shut up, Vaughn. You ruined the game. But anyway, enough fucking about. Let's go through the memory zone and see what new content the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe has. And Stanley entered the door to see the new content.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something.
Oh, God.
Oh, the waste.
God, it sounds like me. Oh, God, that is so funny, man. That's so good. I want to clip that. That's really, that's great. I feel like that that can be used to make fun of me. 2013, when games were good. Oh my God. I go 15 years, even further than back. That further beyond that as well. 8 is a complete game. Yeah. We all know 7 Remake is a cash grab, and you know, based on Rebirth sales, they didn't even do the cash grab part well. All right, but enough fucking about. That's my little Rebirth jab in for the hour. There'll be another one in an hour from now. Believe that. Stanley went to this door and tried to go to the toilet, but he couldn't because the door was simply a wall with a handle on it. NT, welcome in. 2013, it said on the clock, which is quite the meta reference. Stanley looked at the postcards, but none of them were interesting. The original Remake. Wow, okay, alright. Hang on, wait, Remake. But there's only one universe. Where are the parallel Kingdom Hearts alternate timelines? Where are the Fate Ghosts? Where are the Whispers? Why is it only in one part and not 3 over 8 years? And it's not even a real remake, it's a multiverse sequel. A sneakquel, one might say. That is it's remaking the story. My gosh, Stanley, if you don't have these things, it's not a real remake after all. Gosh. Sorry, I have to do this, chat. I have to do this. It's not my fault. It's the game's fault. Well, I mean, let's be realistic. It's Square's fault. But also, thank you, Ravenite, for the sub. I greatly appreciate that. Thank you very much. I feel like that's a rather bit of a jibe. Oh God, I totally timestamped that completely wrong before. What a silly bunt. Anyway, So cathartic. Flaming hot kimchi. Well, I mean, look, it's got to be done. It's a dirty job, but someone's got to do it. Smoky Prime. Smoky Minds, thank you for the Prime. Sorry, I read that completely out of order. Where's the narrator saying, soon come to me? Of course. Rent-free? You're damn straight it is. Alright. Let's have a look at this. Good times. Yes, many good times. Mind control facility. And over here we've got a mask. Oh, it won a BAFTA. I actually think it totally deserves one, to be honest. I mean, like, because it's not just a great game that does a very simple idea. So it's not just a great game that takes a very simple idea and does it to the max, but it's also really British. It's a really... I couldn't imagine this game having the same feel or being done nearly as well if it wasn't British. It's just like, you know, the character of this narrator, the way it's written and all that. Daily Rip, thank you for the raid. Frog Guru, thank you for the 100 bits. You would love to get my view on what's better, FF2 or FF7 Remake. I've never played FF2, but people say it's like the original worst FF of all time. But 7 Remake ruined my favorite one, the classic. So it's the worst ever made. And that ever will be made by Square. They'll never top that. This game is as British as E33 is French. Hurrah. Yeah, exactly. I'll just read some chats real quick. This game does things to people. This game can win BAFTAs. Yeah, Outer Wilds won BAFTA, a BAFTA or BAFTAs, which I thought was quite fair. The music alone is magic. And also, Outer Wilds is quite interesting in that after Starfield, which was criticized for being, you know, as they say, like an ocean wide but an inch deep, Outer Wilds was, it all takes place within one solar system, but each planet was so meticulously crafted and unique and detailed that, I don't know, it felt deeper and more fun to explore than an entire boring galaxy at the end of the day. Outer Wilds is brilliant. Great concept. Really cool game. So, in fact, I might even make a little clip promoting Outer Wilds, because even though it wasn't the best game for me to stream, because I voice acted, and 2, I'm responding to chats, which means that I'm not solving the puzzle, I'm not doing the detective work, and basically I just ask chat to tell me where to go. Off stream, I imagine it's a pretty revelationary experience. So, yeah. Anyway, I'll fuck him out. Plumber Carl. Hey, dude, thank you so much, Plumber Carl. Appreciate that. So, if you'll excuse me, chat, I'm sorry if I'm going to miss a chat or two, but it's time for me to continue the game. A trip down memory lane. Smile, because it happened. I like that. $1. Stanley Parable demonstration. See, okay. My God, that TV. Fuck. Go outside. Don't play for 5 years. That's got to be an achievement. So imagine if you install this game and then you just don't play it. In 2027, you get this achievement. You have this achievement, Jordan. Oh, so it's from 2013? Oh, wow, that's so funny. Unachievable. It's impossible to get this achievement. That is actually a phenomenal achievement, and it's such a fuck you to completionists. You can't get it unless you just get all achievements and then never play the game for 5 years. That's actually really funny. That's actually brilliant. Now it's 10 years. Oh my God. Nominee. Game innovation. Deserved. Nominee. Debut game. Deserved. Nominee. Story. Deserved. Yeah, absolutely deserved on all fronts, I would say. New video game releasing today. Creators are surprisingly down to earth. Oh my God. Stanley Parable deals tough choices by the Los Angeles Times. I say, what the Cooper, and he's dead. Alright, let's explore more of the new content.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing.
I can't believe
it's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
My god, that's so funny. I'm gonna read this review. Don't read any reviews except this one. How do you review a game like the Stanley Parable? To describe any one part of it is to risk its ruination. To detail what it has to say about game design, the illusion of choice, and the psychology of gamer is to tell you too much. Comparisons, too, are going to be woefully inadequate. Perhaps its closest cousin would be Dear Esther, but where Dear Esther wastes the form of interactive entertainment, Stanley Parable uses and then subverts it. Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created. Even so, holding the game to the standards of any other title is simply not going to be correct. So how do you review what has become known as the Stanley Parable HD, the full-scale reimagining of one of the most intriguing mods available online? How do you discuss it, analyze it, and recommend it? It's quite simple. You don't. 10 out of 10. Flawless victory. Games rated 10 aren't perfect, since nothing is, but they come as close as you could get in any given genre. The new must-have game in its sector, we're talking pure ecstasy. Check out more reviews of the Destructoid score guide and also learn how to read. I see. That's pretty cool. I like that. That's mad. Jim fucking Sterling. Giga Blazer, welcome in. Adieu. You know what? I might even make that a short that I was reading this review. You fucking minge. Because why not? It's a free country. Yes, gosh. What? Oh no. Oh no. It's fine, I guess. Okay, alright. It's all good. Because I'd started and stopped the stream, its time stamping thing is a bit weird compared to... There's the stream time and there's the recording time. And it's all good. I was time stamping things a bit wrong. But it's fine! I should stream Minecraft to complete my Markiplier arc. I don't know. Would you... I don't know if it'd be interesting watching me play Minecraft. I do like playing Terraria with a Rav, though. That guy's a fucking legend. 5 across. Thank you for that. When am I doing an FF7 OG stream? Maybe after FF Tactics. I also need to learn how to mod it on PC, because the last time I modded FF7 in 2022, I tried the background smoothing mod, and it crashed the game so many times that I had to restart my OBS about 5 times, restart my PC twice, and I said, fuck that. So yeah, I don't know. It's easier to stream it on PlayStation. It's more stable, but I don't know. I'll do some testing and shit with the mods because I don't know how or why it was so bad. I've seen people stream it with the background smoothing on fine. Seventh Heaven mod. I think that's what I was using. I don't know. But Moira Mail, thank you for that follow. Appreciate it. I've got Silent Hill. I got Silent Hill 2 remake on my wish list, but I'm not paying $100 for it. So, if you have any pro tips on how to mod FF7 on PC, like just basic shit that, like how to not make beginner mistakes, chuck it in my Discord in the Tech Boomer Fixes section. So, right, let's continue. Let's see what's through here. What are my thoughts on Kingdom Hearts? the first one is good. The second one, I don't know what the hell's going on, but yeah, and I didn't like the 5-hour opening with Roxas. All right, that's ridiculous. Should have never happened. Sucks that you have to play Birth by Sleep to just understand what's going on in 2. Also a terrible idea. But yeah, 1 I thought was great, but the problem is that the success of Kingdom Hearts is the reason that modern FF is the way it is. And you know I'm right. You know I'm right. That and FF14. The bloat and MMO design of 14 combined with the multiverse bullshit and the Disney aesthetic and the Disneyfication of that is what produced FF7 Remake. And you know I'm right. Person of the Year, it's you, Stanley. Fuck you. Otherwise, we've got the books here, and there's a thing over there, a bit of spaghetti code. The question is, do we go down the stairs into the basement? Or do we go further? I think we'll go further into this. I think. Yeah, like, to understand Kingdom Hearts story... The fact is, Kingdom Hearts 3 is the 8th game in the series. Really let that sink in, and really think about what that means. No. Let's go through here. Fuck. And then Stanley looked at this thing on the wall.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Oh, sad. Now I feel bad for playing the remake, or the, Ultra Deluxe version. I have always been someone who wants to go the wrong way. Sorry, let me do that again. I have always been someone who wants to go the wrong way first in games. When I sense that a game is trying to usher me down a particular path to get me to rush from left to right, or perhaps maybe charge straight ahead, I need to satisfy my instinct to go against the grain, to explore, to see what the designers have put back the other way. Sometimes I find a one-up or a collectible stashed away to reward me for my intrepid behavior. At other times, my explorations are rewarded only by the crushing disappointment of running up against an invisible wall, like modern Final Fantasy. Whatever I find or don't find, my action is a manifestation of my desire to exert some independence, to make my own choice within a system that severely limits my options and encourages certain specific behaviors. The Stanley Parable feels alive in its responsiveness to your choices and its desire to subvert your expectations and keep you on your toes. I think of the Stanley Parable as a sort of video game analogue for Charlie Kaufman and Spike Jonze's brilliant film Adaptation, starring Nicolas Cage, where he plays himself and his twin brother, which is actually a very good film. You should all see Adaptation if you haven't seen it, which gently mocks the ways in which so many films manipulate audiences with formulaic plot twists and situations in which characters learn huge life lessons, while simultaneously moving me with its formulaic plot twists and situations in which characters learn huge life lessons. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and in other systems too, like our workplaces and our families, and a game that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. Going the wrong way has never felt so right. 9 out of 10. Good, spectacularly funny, packed with meaningful choices that offer delightfully surprising results, simultaneously incredibly smart and wickedly entertaining. The bad, none. By Carolyn Pettit, the staff. Carolyn likes to venture off the beaten path in life as well as in games, but unfortunately the narrator in her head isn't nearly as witty as the one of the Stanley Parable. Oh gosh! What a stellar review! Actually, quite a good review. I quite like that. So, you're sorry for creating a Kingdom Hearts discussion thread in my chat. Listen, mate, all I do is argue about Final Fantasy all day. It's fine, alright? In fact, it was expected. So, I'll do another review. I like that. It's pretty cool. Flash Burrito, thank you very much for the 100 Beataloo! I can never take the Kingdom Hearts seriously. On one hand, you have a serious characters with hand-drawn beautiful and gravitas. Then all of a sudden, Goofy and Mickey shows up in the scene. Takes you right out, but different strokes for different folks. I feel like it's a product of its time in a lot of ways. Like it's a product of the PS2 era. It's a game that, like, when I played the first one, I remember thinking, like, I don't know how they've done this, but they've somehow struck this balance perfectly. Yeah. I don't know. The theme park stuff was cringe in Kingdom Hearts 3. Okay, what I hear, right, for KH3. Okay, you know the Toy Story level? And it should just be in, like, Andy's room, or maybe, like, Sid's backyard or Sid's house. But instead, suddenly it's in, like, a science fiction futuristic area and you're flying around and shit. Apparently those are, like, unused levels from a scrapped Final Fantasy, or maybe they're levels meant to promote an upcoming Final Fantasy. This is what I've heard. I don't know, maybe you can fact check this. Maybe it's a big old load of bullshit, but that might explain that atrocious level design. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Peanut. Like, Kingdom Hearts is easier to make fun of when you don't know anything about it, but once you do know anything about it, then that ridicule can turn to hatred. Because that's what ruined modern Final Fantasy, when it tried to be like Kingdom Hearts. So, yeah, I've evolved. My opinions. Fucking Mickey Mouse. Anyway.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again.
I agree. And I think it's time to stop talking about all this Final Fantasy shenanigans and these Mickey Mouse games. I think it's time to get back to the parable of Stanley himself.
Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
What indeed? He said, as he explored the area.
Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Yes, surely! Surely we're going to find some lovely stellar reviews of this game from gamers. Let's go off.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
The fact they actually went to look for real reviews for this is so good. That's brilliant. That's amazing. This is something like, yeah, oh my god. That's a brilliant use of the medium, as I might say. Also, you know what? The narrator is funny, alright? You're wrong. Your opinion is wrong. Oh my god, look at, oh god, all these Steam reviews in old shipping containers. Turning into Resident Evil? I still want to stream Resident Evil 1. That is on the list. Now let's see what is over here.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Well, you're wrong. It is. It is. It is. Because at the end of the day, no matter how good you are, no matter how good a thing you make, There's just always going to be, I'd say, minimum 10% of people in the world are just going to hate it. And not even, like, hate it genuinely, they just want to hate it. It's like, no matter who you are, especially in this day and age, I think, at least 50% of the world probably hates you. That's just, you can't, it's inescapable. It's inescapable. It's, some of the best shit I've ever seen. I've seen people just hate it for, like, the crappiest reasons possible. It's just how it is. So, yeah. Anyway, enough fucking about. More horror games? Silent Hill? I think like Resident Evil 1 and Silent Hill 2 would be really good horror streams. Yeah. There's some people who legit don't like it. Yeah, you know what? Well, their opinion is wrong. The opinion is wrong. Well, okay, what I would say is, like, even if this type of game isn't your cup of tea, it can at least be acknowledged that it's an original idea that's executed really well. That's what I would say. Like, there's dishes, there's food, I don't like it, but I'm like, well, it clearly is good for what it is. Yeah. I appreciate that, Wreden. So, like, yeah, like, for example, I'm trying to think what's a good example of this. Okay, sports games I find unbelievably boring, and I would rather punch myself in the face than ever play one. But if a sports game is good for what it is, I can respect that. I won't be like, this is a bad game. I would say, like, it puts me to sleep, but it's well made. Like, it does what it's supposed to do really well. I just don't like what it does. So, but you're not wrong for liking what it does, if that makes any sense. Like the Titus laugh scene? No, that's terrible, and you should feel terrible if you defend that. Anyway, let's go this way. Let's see what's over here. My god, what a wasteland of broken dreams and disappointment. Rocket League? I fucking love Rocket League. I love that game. Problem is everyone's too good at it now. My gosh, what's happened to this area? It's awful. It's awful.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
That's the game, though.
A skip button?
That's the game!
Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Alright, I guess we will skip the content then. Let's skip the content. Wait, can I walk in the water and die? I can't! Invisible walls! What? No! Oh gosh! This is Yoshi P's fault! I blame him for this! I blame him! Alright.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No, 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 no. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet, no, until 245. That the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say, the story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth.
No,
until
enough!
inevitably
Enough!
we all... Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto. Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly.
No, enough! Thank you!
So my... Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change the review in the
first place. He affected it, though. One of you was saying Cookie 9 left a good review now.
On exactly how Steam works. Perhaps that would have been the smart thing to check on before I went about this whole exercise of making the skip button. Although I have to imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work, surely whoever it is runs Steam will instantly run out and implement a new feature to make it possible to edit one's review.
Oh my God.
Merely because of this very situation.
Oh my God, and they did.
I think that's quite likely.
They did!
Or perhaps they'll simply grant this
Cookie
particular
edited his
user
review.
the ability to change their review, so that the feature is not widely abused. Look, I would even be okay with Steam altering this particular review so that it reads as something more beneficial. Something along the lines of, this game is the best game. Let me start over. How about this? From the ashes of depravity rises the phoenix of quality.
Has he written that, chat, on Steam? Have you found... One of you said you found Cookie 9's review. Has he used that exact wording? I don't know what Dead Fantasy is, I'm afraid. It's still a thumbs down, but he has it on his profile as his best review. Oh my God, that's so funny. Alright, let's, oh, no! Oh! Well, thanks, chat. You ruined the immersion.
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here? Where did the door go? Wasn't there a door that led into this room? I do feel quite certain that there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or window or some... Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times, and there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button, and if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here, and more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again. I can't control anything. Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again.
Oh God, it's like Black Mirror.
Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed, Stanley. Not the outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore.
Suck
I'll
this
give it
vessel.
all up. I'll give up every branching path.
Wait.
I'll burn my story to the ground. One single thing I need, and God, I can see now that I need it more than anything, is to know that someone else is taking it in.
Take
These
this
words
in.
that I'm saying. Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time.
He doesn't seem happy.
I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past. And when that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life. All of them collapsed down into a single instant. In that instant, I could see myself clearly, calmly, with a collected heart. It was an impossibly rich wellspring of both delight and disgust simultaneously. I was consumed by it. I could do nothing but wallow in it for what felt like an eternity, for what I now know was far less. You see, it was a revelation for me. It was unlike anything I had ever known. It was a space without consequence, without action or outcome. It was divorced entirely from the question of free will that you and I have squabbled over for so long. There could be no one ending, no singular outcome of events, not if all events existed in the same moment, and I felt freed. I felt unburdened by the need to manifest a particular outcome into being. I saw that I could allow myself to exist along all timelines, and that each of them was simply a strand in the web of my being.
Boring! Hello? Hello? It's me again. Hi, Bick. Remember me? How long's it been since I was narrator? Mr. Narrator guy? Are you there? Plant might need to be watered a bit, maybe. Maybe you've waited so long that this is what you like now. Here, I'll help you wait a bit more. No! No, not the chirp! Someone change the bloody smoke alarm! Change it! Oh god, this is horrible! No! Oh god, not the chirp! Okay, no. I'm gonna do it. I fixed it.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us.
He's gone crazy.
It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability. It's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, oh, there should be a skip button. You should be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever and ever. We want all of this in the new Stanley Parable. We demand it. And then, because it was said, because it was spoken, now it simply has to happen. The most immediate desires, every single thing demanded by every person at every moment in time. If someone wants it, then it's a crime not to bring it into being. Have we been given to indulging every fleeting whim for no reason other than to do so? Yes! Yes! It seems that this is now the world we live in. It seems that we are a people living in such bleakness and discomfort with ourselves that our entertainment is now our lives. It has come to represent us. It absolutely must speak to who we are as people, because otherwise, without our entertainment, we have nothing. Without entertainment, we would have to face inward toward the cruel bleakness inside ourselves. We would turn to look at our deeper nature and find a resounding emptiness gazing back with unyielding aggression. And so because of this, we require that our amusements and our playthings and our flights of fancy be so impossibly captivating that they consume all of our attention, turn our heads completely away from the bleakness. In effect, we have demanded that our entertainment be the collapse of ourselves.
Wow.
What a pitiful reflection of humanity these entertainments are. What a shameful mirror to the human spirit they project. I'm not mad. I'm not mad about any of this. I'm at peace with it. I am the calm center of gravity around which these perversions hurl themselves. I am a waypoint for reasonable and collected discourse. They're the ones who are mad. They're the ones who couldn't stand the idea of me using my game to try to say something. Maybe they were just jealous of me. Yes. Yes, of course.
This is so
jealous
good.
of me this whole time. They are mired in fear and insecurity.
Now he's going
cannot help
crazy.
But attempt to tear me down. What a sad state of affairs. When you read these reviews now, you can see it. You can taste the bitter resentment. And my,
Thank you,
how
Joe
good does it
Talley,
feel
for the
now to
Prime.
speak
I
truth to
appreciate
these
it.
words,
I appreciate
to
it. Thank
finally
you very
allow
much.
these thoughts out, contained and managed for so long, neutered and sterilized. At last I am free to truly think, to feel. It must be that they were so discontent with themselves they couldn't help but leave a negative review on Steam. Perhaps it says far more about them than it ever said about me.
Actually true.
Perhaps the state of their psychological being was in such tatters, and my constitution and willpower are so ironclad in comparison. Perhaps it was this state that they sought some outlet through which to tear me down.
Well,
this, you can see, is clearly why they felt the
Can
need to
be.
expect that the game be funny, that it be filled with yucks and whimsical humor, that it amuse them endlessly from start to finish. But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point.
We've
it was meant to
looped.
speak
We've
to the
looped.
human
We've
condition.
looped. Totally
But where are
appreciate
the
that.
jokes? Where are the jokes? They
Autism,
bemoaned, they
good dad.
screamed,
Gustav
they
is real.
gnashed their
Say it.
teeth and said,
You know what I think is real?
entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had...
Hello? I think he went insane. It is an interesting discussion though, because I do think, like, obviously, you've got to have reviews and you gotta hear the people's voice. You've got to hear the people sing. But at the same time, there can also be people who are just never happy. But there can also be people who, like, I think legit criticism is fine. But where I find it a bit unhelpful is if the person just wants to hate you or just wants to hate the thing. But you can usually sniff that out as well. Do you hear the people singing the song of angry men as you press the skip button?
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
I think he's lost his mind.
Is never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
Are you alive? You there somewhere? Astralexian, that song. You need this button on many people in your job. You know what? I think he wants another press. Whoops. Kupo? I think the world is falling apart. KZZZZZ! Thank you for the 100 bits. Appreciate that. And you know what? I think this guy might want to hang out for another 100 years. Hello? I guess as time passed, the building eroded and fell apart? We're in Nier Automata's world, yeah. Let's keep going. Let's see what happens if we press the button again. Oh my god, wow. Okay, now we're in The Last of Us. You can hear the music out there? Now we're going Nier Automata. Let's see how much further we can go. Oh wow, oh no. Wow, we full apocalypsed. Well, that's it folks. All the nature is dead. Life on Earth, as we know it, has ended. Let's see what happens if we press it one more time. And now we are in H.G. Wells' time machine. How much time do I think is passing right now? I don't know. A lot. Let's see what happens if we press it one more time. Oh no! No! That button is all I have! No! No, I need the button! You can't take the button away from me! How do I plug it back in? I need it! I need that button! Oh, it's been my only friend for the last million years. I'll tell you what, chat. I think it's time to see what's out there. After I take a piss! So, I'm gonna do that, and while I'm doing that, here is me playing Madison. Enjoy, and I'll be right back. Be right back, alright? Looking for its eyes, it knew for sure were rolling. It slithered and rolled, so its knees turned blue and sore. Since its eyes popped and tumbled, both of them as dust did crumble. It is to this day that it does not have a clue, but that is no excuse to end the pursuit. The end. Now beware those fleeting eyes, and make sure to turn on the lights. For your own sake, sight is at stake, if you cannot escape. He's afraid of the light. Use something bright for protection. That's the, we put that in for the journalists. Ah, well, I guess she was right. He was behind me. Keep an eye out, J-Dice. Can scare off with the camera. But this, she's so fast. Get out of here, you silly sausage. And we're back to the Stanley Parable. Here we are once again. And, yes. Oh, fuck, there's an ad break coming in 3 minutes. Oh, well, fuck it. Anyway, I should have played that while I went to the toilet. But we're not playing it now. So, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to see what lies beyond that window in the Stanley Parable. The Parable of Stan. Unity of one, Jennifer English mode nowadays. Is that when your hair turns white? I like her as an actor. Ladies and gentlemen, I think she's rather good. Now, did I jump? Yes. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's time. Grab your whiskey, grab your cigarettes, grab your weed, grab your coke, grab your stuff, and let's get out this window! Whoops. I broke free. Dune. It's the original Dune MMO. But I'm the only one playing. I will explore. And I will see what this world has to offer. Oh no! I was really enjoying that. Ah. Alright. Fine. 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 Then I shall do what I want to do. Welcome in Necro Kitty on. Let us continue.
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others, wherever they were. Just a matter of time.
Hang on. Something's different. That music was different. And the dialogue was different. Let's continue. George Halley, thank you for the follow. I did beat Metal Gear Solid 2. It's on my VODS channel. New content. Perhaps I will.
Oh, good. You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
What's up, Doc? New content. Alright. What else do we have? Slay the Princess is a phenomenal game. But we've already been here. Unless there's something new.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this Ultra Deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this Ultra Deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh, gosh! Well, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we're here in the Stanley Parable 2. A sequel!
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Be careful what you wish for. All right, let's see what the people have been asking for.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean?
I don't know what it means.
But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Taste the sequel. All right, let's keep seeing what the sequel has to offer. Thank you. I'm in the office. They're back. 2 doors. The Stanley Parable 2. Paradigm shift? What is this? Final Fantasy 13? Brick and mortar approach. Envelope client-centric marketing. The color red. More TSP. No more TSP reports. Oh gosh, not the office. All right, let's see what's over here. 2 hemispheres. 2 plants in the office. We've got this one and that one pulling out guts for fun. And gosh, I wonder what's around here. 2 Stanleys sitting next to each other at one
now,
PC.
To be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Yes, of course. You wanted to go to bed an hour or so ago, but this game keeps you sitting here staring. It's captivating, isn't it? It's like a movie or a show, but in game form, and that only works in game form. It's brilliant. Let's see what's over here. 2, and this way to the show floor. Valued investors, let us continue. New features. Behold the new features of the Stanley Parable 2. We have a bus, which is in here somehow, and over... How do I get through this? Ah, yes, that was rather difficult. And now, around the things, and up the stairs to see what new features lie in the Stanley Parable 2.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
My gosh, what a wonderful presentation. It's quite the convention here, like TwitchCon or EVO. My commentary elevates the experience. Oh, you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. The button that says the name of the player that's playing the game. Gosh. Wait, hang on. Can you? All right, let's test it. Let's see if this works.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Okay. Just 1 second. I don't want to say my real name, so I'm actually going to see. I'm muting the game's audio and I'm turning it off, and I want to see if this actually happens. Sorry, I know, guys, I know. Fucking hell. Okay, we're safe. Because I was going to say, that actually is really... That would be a very streamer-unfriendly feature, because we don't always want our first and last names, or even just our first names, to be known in the world, you know, for reasons and stuff. No, you know, he just says Jim. Fine. It's fine.
Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it.
Because I didn't know if it was going to say, like, you know, the name on your account, or whether it's going to say the name you've given yourself on Steam, because my name is like Sebbywebz, you know, there. Yeah, it's got to be done. No, imagine if I clicked it and it's just like Markiplier. It's like, no, I can't escape it, go away. And now you're watching Jim's
stream. Here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim.
No, the reason I say it is because AI could actually just do that. And I just don't know if that's integrated into this or not. So, fuck.
Falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim. Seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If so, then please step forward and press the button.
All right, I suppose it's time to have a chat with Jim.
Yes! You see? What a thrill! What a rush! That was you! The button described you. Do it again.
And so I did. Sebbywebz went forward and pressed the button.
Oh, it hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
Yes. Shit, what am I playing? Stanley Parable. Oh no, Metal Gear Solid 3 begins this Saturday. Next stream. Jim!
Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much, Jim. I'm putting the Jim button away. Otherwise, soon you'll start to lose all sense of who you actually are.
No! Just phases into the ground. Oh, that's funny. Am I not waiting for the remake? Well, if I play the remake of MGS3 first, then for the rest of my life, people are going to say you didn't have the OG experience. I should have the OG experience first, and then I'll decide if I want to do that later on. So, besides, we all know the remake is going to have Kingdom Hearts multiverses and timeline-changing fate ghosts. Also, Big Boss is going to come moonwalking out while Revolver Ocelot speaks in a Mickey Mouse voice, because he's young for his years. He's younger in that game, and you have to do those things. So, yeah, it's got to have those things, or else it's not a remake. It's a remaster. I wonder what's down here. You love the OG? It's one of your top 5 favorites. I hear it's really good. Yeah, I hear it's fantastic. Giving Konami too much credit, Doc? Listen, mate. Something tells me that the MGS3 remake is going to be more of a remake than a certain other game. A certain other remake. You might know which one it is, but you also might have to think for a few hours before it's clear.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
Square Enix gave us trust issues. Square Enix did the impossible and make gamers all over the world scared of the word remake. Now it's like a boogeyman thing where it's like, you better behave or else they'll remake your favorite game. It's like, no, anything but that. Don't make Big Boss moonwalk in and talk like Mickey Mouse. Oh God, no, not Mass Effect, but now there's like multiple timelines and whispers and fate ghosts. No, don't remake my game. Square somehow managed to destroy the definition of what the word remake means, and now no one even knows what one is anymore. They don't know what a remaster is, and they don't know what a remake is. How did they do this? Who would even think that such a thing was possible? But they found a way. So, and you know what? I think the Rebirth community would absolutely love that opinion. So, I'm going to put that on right now. Anyway, enough fucking about. Let's get back to the game. I'll respond to some chats and then we'll continue. Bloodborne remake? Oh God, don't get me started. But anyway. Yeah, Bloodborne remake would have like 3-minute dance numbers in it. So, let's continue. Night Dive? I don't know Night Dive. What did they do? Yeah. And everyone thought Bethesda did that? People still can't agree on whether Oblivion is a remaster or a remake. Well, I don't know. I mean, they remade all the environments and they remade the character models and stuff. But I think they figured if they called it a remake, then people would be like, oh no, not this shit again, and then not buy it. And they had to call it a remaster because of FF7 Remake. Because they knew that, like, that people don't trust the word remake anymore. They trust remaster, but not the other thing. So yeah. Frog. You know what game I'm talking about. And if you want to know why I don't like it, just check out my shorts and my videos about it. I'm sure you'll find a few answers there. Hang on. No, I want to go this way. Nah, fuck you about. Please, no screenshots. Wait, what if I do? Damn, I'm hitting the screenshot button, but it's not working. The baby is all grown up. Bankruptcy. Red is the new orange, and orange is the new black. The C4 sound in Rainbow Six? I've never played it, so I don't know. Jumps. The infinite hole. Ooh, I want to see the infinite hole. I want to see that. Metal. You want to see how it influences it? Well, the thing is can they take the cycle? Hang on.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle?
Yes.
Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece, then.
No! What? For a moment, I thought he was going to say that, like, you could get more jumps for $5. I should have saved one. Yeah, exactly. The thing is, Metal, will they learn any lessons, and can they implement those lessons? Neither of those is a guarantee. Alright, but enough fuck you about. I want to go to the infinite hole. I want the infinite hole. It won't end! I want to see what's down here. I want to see what's in the infinite hole. No microtransactions? I know! Where are the microtransactions, mate? Come on, you gotta come to the modern age, mate. The infinite hole chart. Science, infinity, there's more hole and falling. And it just keeps going. Gosh. Alright. Oh, sweet. Oh,
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time if you have a stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
No! I didn't mean to do it just yet!
Isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now
Too
then,
soon.
Since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
Is that getting smaller and smaller?
No, I don't mean to be a
It
bummer,
is.
but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
You know what? Don't tell me what to do. Alright. If I
Okay,
want to...
Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay,
Ow!
Well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole.
Oh,
You
God, it
found me
hurts.
out, Stanley.
It
I'm a
hurts so
liar and a
much.
cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem.
False advertising, mate.
Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top.
That wasn't
of the
even
hole
2
and
minutes of
move
falling,
on.
mate.
I'll just be up here when you're ready.
That wasn't even 2 minutes of falling. You call that an infinite hole?
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Maybe he made it longer this time.
Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal.
Well,
A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of...
Ow!
Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time?
Yes.
I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above.
Oh, all right.
Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. I really do have so much more to show you and to talk about, and I've had enough of the hole for a lifetime.
You know what? I have too. Oh no, I pressed the wrong button!
How could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep.
Your hole
even by
sucks,
the lax
bro.
overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley,
Thank you
I
for the
have
lurk,
no
Dad
explanation
Farm.
for the
Appreciate
uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter.
Maybe I will.
Well, there it is. The shame of my lie has come to haunt me. Not only is the hole not infinite, but it's barely even a hole at this point. It's more of a concavity, or even a very aggressive divot.
This is rubbish. Look at the mug.
How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge?
Oh, I can't
You
get
just
out.
do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
Help! Help! I'm stuck! I'm stuck! I can't get out! Of course, in a video game, this is an obstacle so great that the only way to get over it is with literal teleportation. Wait. Oh, no.
Is the,
No!
teleport button not working?
No.
You sure?
Yeah, yes.
Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again.
Yeah.
Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else.
No!
Take care, Stanley.
No!
I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
No! I'm stuck in the hole and I don't have the mechanics to climb out. I know, help. DLC. Maybe I can pay $5 to get out of the hole. Maybe that'll fix it. I think. Maybe. Hello? Hello? G. Maybe the mug can do something. Oh. Cigarettes! Maybe I can smoke some of these cigarettes. Maybe there's some tobacco left in them. Down we go, chat. Down we go, descending further and further into the hole. Finally, the hole might be at the depth we've always wanted it to be at. Closer to infinity than it ever once was before. Mass Effect anywhere but Andromeda. F to change your perspective. F again. F again. My God, I'm a strange looking person. F one more time. Change your perception. Change your reality. Oh, that's cute. That's lovely. Oh, look at the wee puppies. I love it. I love this. Change yourself? No, no, bring the puppies back! No! Yes! I like this. Let's change perception.
Stanley? Stanley? Stanley! Oh, good, you're awake.
No!
It seems you had sort of dozed off there.
The puppies!
Drifting away into dreamland.
No!
But come on, then, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment.
Listen,
so
mate.
how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle pip.
Toodle pip. Oh my god, you bloody bruise. So, fuck. Let me out. That's a hole I want to get into. That's what he said. Sorry. I'm back at the start. Thank you, thank you.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Maybe I will. The reassurance bucket, a new feature. They took away the puppies. I know.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come
All right.
on, give it a try.
Now, I'm just adjusting my chair. 1 second. Oh no! No! The view of the bucket! You be the kind of guy to get back in the hole? Hey, the hole's got puppies in it, man. The hole has got puppies in it, and they were so... Oh, I fucking love them, mate. Right, well, why don't we observe what the bucket does? No! No!
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well?
Why, thank you!
I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Oh, stop!
The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Well, I think that was rather worth it. Thank you for the bucket. Can I do anything with it? Can I put it back? Oh no. Oh no, I'm stuck holding the bucket for all eternity. Oh, God help me. Oh, God. Well,
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Listen, mate. I know they give out awards for anything these days, but that's taking it a bit too far. The mostly infinite hole. Cheeky bastards. Let's see. Hang on. Let's have a look at this. They've changed the bloody name of it. Gosh. Well, let's see the office decorations. Why not? Why not do such a thing? That laugh was so good, man. Fine.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Can I choose? Do I have an option? Aha! What do you think, chat? You know what? I'm sick of all this. So I hope that you get well.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
Hey, fuck you, man! How can you take away my choice? My freedom! My rights as an American. Choose the whole cat pig? Oh my god. Sounds like a threat. Alright, fine. I can't. The illusion of choice, ladies and gentlemen. The illusion of choice. Happy birthday. Happy 12th birthday to the step-niece.
Maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Told you I was right. Now, let me just bump myself up just a wee bit. Sorry, I know my chair's adjusting a bit, but... God. I might need to get a new one. But it's alright. It's alright for now, chat. It seems to be working just fine there. And now let us go through here and see what lies at the end of this door. The door I've been through before. Or is it? Perhaps there's something down here that I have not already seen. A free achievement. It just works. Pull the lever, receive your new achievement, no more steps. I think it's time. See.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes, you see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that.
Well, I think that's rather trustworthy. Why not pull the lever on this sinister-looking, poorly made machine?
Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Or will it happen right now? This game sucks. Well, at least I've got my bucket. Let's see. Can't go through here. Maybe like figurines. Oh gosh. Your head to your chest and sink down to nothing when you don't sit in it more than 5 minutes. Maybe you need a new chair. Have you ever considered that? Alright, well I think we've seen what's down here. Good night, stranger. Take care of yourself. Surely there's got to be more content.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Up here! I haven't seen anything up here. My new best friend, the bucket. Hey, look, mate, this bucket gives me comfort, alright? It was strange at first, and now I can't imagine life without it. Hang on. That's new. I say we explore this exciting hole. Which is what he said. Now let's see. The epilogue.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Hey! Hey, I'm back where I started! That was terrible content! There was nothing in there! Gosh. Well, what about the merch store? Perhaps I can spend some money. The narrator is more honest than anyone you've met. Oh, he's great. He's just brilliant, this VA. Oh, I can't even buy anything here. Well, gosh. What if I walk through here, but go a different direction from what I went before? Collectibles! Ah, yes. Ah, yes. Let's see if there's anything exciting in here. Scan the QR code? Oh, it's too late. I'll do it later, but... I'm sorry. Something has come up.
Collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Oh god, it was just this all along. That's so unfair. I thought I was intrigued by that glowing light in space. And all we get is a plastic crap. Alright, you consumers obsessed with your anime figurines and your Funko Pops and your plastic crap collectibles. This one's for you. You happy? What's up, Argenese? Collect them all! We will not be doing that.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Unironically, not wrong. I've never cared. No, let's get that emoji out of here. Well, free, new and easy achievement. No, we did this one, didn't we? Yeah, we did that. We've done the jump circle. We've done that's new, unless there's something up here we haven't done yet. I think we can go further up the stairs. Aha, yes, further up the stairs. To more content we have not seen yet in the Stanley Parable Deluxe Edition. Settings World Champion. Aw, is that it? Aw. Well, I think I've done. Go to settings? Yeah, there has to be something in there. Has to be a reason for that. I'll look around. I'll look around. What's up, man of coconuts? How you doing? I see. Unless... Not delete, not reset. Sorry, I gotta read these, maybe there's something here. Low dexterity mode? Oh, these are accessibility ads, whatever. Subtitles, reticle. God, I need to expand my vocabulary. Just tell me literally what it is, because I'm not going to figure it out. I'm not going to figure it out. If it's not blatantly something that says, like, open door, I'm not going to know what the hell I'm supposed to do. I just turn everything off and on again. That's got to be it. Change everything? I don't even know. Oh, I don't know it's default anymore. I've done everything. I did it all. Alt F4. All right. Why did you tell me to do that? Why? You ruined the stream. Oh God. You got tricked. You got tricked. La 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 la. You thought I on it for the stream. I got the game, and actually the joke was on you. Oh my God. Ken Ninja, it's going on your fucking dog. Yeah. This door opens if you delete System 32. Ah, okay. I'll go do that. Irony Balls, thank you for the follow. It's the sliders. I mean, do I have to, like, change everything and then leave the menu? Is it, like, not, is it just not saving any of the things I'm doing? Farina, what's the objective of this game? I don't know. I don't know anymore. Alright. I don't like this, because I'm gonna forget all of this. And that pisses me off, man. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this thing. You know what? It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. I'm not doing it. No, I'm not going to change all my settings, then come back and have to redo everything all over again, alright? If anyone has a YouTube video that shows what's behind that door, just post it. No, inverted! I'm inverted! Do you see why I fucking hate this shit? No, I'm not doing this. Not doing this. I'll just YouTube video. I'll just YouTube video it. In fact, I'll do it right now. Fuck it. Here's how I do the thing, okay? Here's how I do the thing. That is too much to ask of a player, okay? Stanley Parable Deluxe Ultra Settings World Champion. There you go. Here's how we see it. I'm not doing it. Not doing this. Okay. Oh, you did it, but you didn't show what happens when you go through the door. No, terrible. Everyone downvote that video right now and report them. All right, here we go. And don't actually do that. Yeah, I'm so glad I didn't do any of this. Holy shit.
No! What are you...
Fuck you, man! Nah, that's it. Nah, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. I'm not looking for this anymore either. Alright. I know how to do it, but I'm not gonna see what's behind it. We'll never see. We will never see what's behind that door because that is too much to ask of a player, alright? I'd rather fight millennia with my penis tied behind my back than change all my settings and then forget what their defaults are. Not doing it. Rubbish. 0 out of 10. Awful. If you want to tell me what's behind there, just tell me what's behind there. Not doing this. In fact, I'm leaving. This is awful. Rubbish! Rubbish! Terrible area. Made by terrible people. I'm going... No, we've been this way. I'm leaving. Running... there's the exit. I'm gonna exit this area. I'm gonna exit my life. Alright? It's a room with nothing of value or interest behind it. I'm gone. I'm out. How do I get out of here? Rubbish. Back to the hole. Yeah, how do I throw myself down the hole again? How do I do that? The thing. I'm out of here. I'm taking my comfort bucket and I'm leaving.
Right. Have you seen everything you wanted to?
Yes.
Ready to move on now?
Well, I would have liked to see what was behind the settings door, but you made it too hard. You asked too much of me. Alright? I'll fight Simon on Expert and E33, but I'm not doing that. But I will finish my water. Throw the bucket in the hole? I can't put it down. I can't put it down. It's really cool. What's after that door? Just tell me in chat. Like, literally just tell me. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing that with my settings. It's not worth it. Oh no, I did go to the merch booth. But nothing happened there. So,